All
right,
500 back, bro. They're making a lot of money doing that streaming stuff.
No. But did he? Yes, he is. Did he give her that? Oh,
exactly.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah,
because
so hold on. Your concern is if he gave her that, not if she took it to pipe.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That's actually.
Yo, people lied. Vince McMahon said he was going to give that girl that money. He never did. He only gave her a little bit. So why do I have to believe this shit? I don't know.
Because who's bigger, Sexy Red or Aiden Ross?
Yo, as long as you have a little bit of truth, you can lie.
Wait. That's what I think.
Aiden Ross is bigger than Sexy Red.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Right now, who would wait?
Hold on, so we're throwing out. Hold on.
Wait, what's going on?
So we're just throwing out that Sexy Red pipe for money. That's what we're throwing out. We're just throwing.
I'm
that
not
out
throwing that out. But he didn't he throw it out?
There's a possibility that she didn't.
He threw it out. She caught it. No, she came back and said,
"No, I was
asked me
piping
to
you."
do.
Oh, I thought he said.
No, she was like, "Oh, you asked me to do that. You asked me to take your virginity from you." That's all that happened.
And what does that mean?
But there was a follow-up tweet that she kind of alleged that it was kind of not even, that none of it was actually true.
I don't think it's true. I believe.
You know, some people, when
women.
something is said, they kind of just run with it because it sounds good.
What?
Oh, because you all of a sudden believe black women?
Wait, me all of a
Sorry,
sudden?
no.
Mean?
Oh, my bad.
Is this Tyler Perry's Mea Culpa on Netflix? Are we just gonna throw?
Oh, we got to talk about that too.
Are we just
boy, boy, yo,
Tyler Perry is sick.
Yo, he's a freak
yeah.
boy.
Because let me tell you something, B. Where did let's get into the show. This is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be action packed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might want to sit down for this episode 65. I am DJXP. EverythingOShauN's in the building.
Is this my camera?
Why don't you point to it and find out like a lottery?
Yo, I'm so.
He's
listen,
so thrown
guys,
up.
I'm thrown up. I just because I looked over there.
Is that where it was before?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Everything used to be cross.
So
I'm
here.
Yeah, the only person who has the exact same camera is the one guy who came in and had the biggest problem. Chris came in. He's like, no.
Yeah, because I was worried about your guys' setup.
That's it,
bro. You guys got to shake me because I'm gonna keep looking there for a few times, yo. I'm being honest.
What I will say, by the way, an announcement is that we are in the final 30 days of this setup.
Okay.
Thank God.
The office.
I mean, not thank God, but yes,
fine.
Thank God.
No, I've enjoyed.
No, I like being here. I feel like we got closer, and
that's the only time we're allowed here. So
yeah, he doesn't invite me here for anything.
That's a lie.
yeah, that is a lie. He has.
No, he invited me to one time and one time.
One time and one time only. Yo,
I want to be invited with not like the whole shebang of everybody here. You know what I mean?
That's a lie.
Yeah, he's right. There is
like
a couple times that.
No, you're right. Twice. That's what couple means.
More than twice.
Would you say more than 5 times?
Like in my life.
Whoa! See how he expanded that?
My name is.
Heartache, pain.
I almost looked there too.
Yo, is this my camera though?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's that one. Like, it's Trivelle, aka your favorite CEO.
Yeah, Trivelle Simpson's in the building as well. Of course, he's in the building.
Wait, are you gonna say your name? He just said
did.
your name. What
I said my name.
He started off with
So my name is. Where am I looking? Here. Yo, my name is EverythingOShauN, aka EO Season is the reason that some of y'all still breathing.
Wow. Claiming to be the reason why some people have breath
or breeding.
So okay.
So sorry for the tardiness to the audience. That was my fault. I had some bad scallops.
So you narrowed it down.
100%. I was the only person who ate the scallops.
See.
Oh.
Do you usually eat scallops?
I've had them before.
Are you a scallopy guy?
Because that's a seafood, right?
Is that pause? Yeah, it's a seafood.
Yeah,
I've never had a good one. So
Scallop, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not a scallopy guy.
3 came to the table, 3 came home with me, all 3 came right back out with me.
3?
Damn.
3 scallops.
Well, at least you got to the root of it. You shouldn't be scared of them though, like going forward.
Don't be
I know
afraid.
some people do that.
Be afraid. No, listen. I went to Boston Pizza in.
Oh man.
I went to Boston Pizza.
Shout out the man that owns Boston Pizza.
I went to Boston Pizza in like my first or second year of university.
Yeah, never went back.
I got food poisoning. I never ate it there again. No matter how many parties happen, no matter how many what. I'm just that guy. It's wrong.
Yeah.
But,
no, it's not wrong.
But fuck Boston Pizza.
No, it's not wrong.
My thing is like,
Unless you guys give us money.
I think about all those times that we used to do like the Pizza Hut.
Yeah, the Pizza Hut.
Oh, I love Pizza Hut.
And that never got me sick.
No.
And that should have gotten a lot of us.
And it never did.
With the way they were doing that, and just manhandling the pizza, and
they never did.
Leaving it there under the heat lamps for hours, the flies
And it
coming
was
in
fine,
and out.
and we
Bro,
left
we were
fine.
3 hours, chowing down. Lunch break plus a spare,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm way there?
Nothing wrong.
Fullest fuss.
Fourth period lunch, puff and fifth period spare. School day done, bro.
Nothing wrong. So
Eating, bro.
So
Eating,
tell me what's going on with the other food.
I got food poisoning from Thai Express. Did I go back there? You fucking right, I did.
Yeah,
because
I went back a bunch of times.
You did, but you love
Thai Express high school. That's. I think we both discovered Thai Express at the same time.
Oh my God, you're.
We both went there and said, "Yo, what is this?"
Yeah, Yeah, it was a foreign thing.
Y'all had it before me. I literally had it later in life. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I love it.
I feel like in the
that
beginning,
kind of
Thai
food.
Express was slapping, bro.
Yeah, they did change something,
So it's
but
not-
every company does
not
change
fire?
things. No,
it's amazing.
I feel like it's fire.
but I
Maybe
feel
because
like
I didn't have it. That time.
The pause. The taste
Super pause.
originally was great.
Yeah.
You might have to pause that one too.
I did pause. I said pause.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my pause.
I can't pause other man.
You can't.
Okay. No, you can't pause every man.
No, but he could suggest it.
Yeah?
Like an alley-oop. Or decide to dunk it.
Have you
or-
tried to pause Meek Mill?
No, we're not going there. Can we start with the,
Yo, I don't want to. Oh man.
Yo, shouts out to men trying to save their image in the industry.
Yo, what is going on?
Y'all still really want to do this? All your heroes are falling like flies.
No, they're all my heroes. No, I don't believe none. I don't believe none of these niggas. I mean,
wait, what do you not believe?
like
Just so
what they're trying to put
specify.
on. What they're trying to put on people, man. Don't put nothing on. Don't put nothing on no Meek Mill, yo. That's a real nigga, yo. The fuck?
You met him?
Yeah.
No,
no.
but the things that he says in the music, I'm not talking about the tweets. 'cause
But I came in here and said that he's a terrible tweeter.
I can't
told you that.
defend the
did.
tweets, but they're funny as shit a lot of times.
From when he asked where we listened to his music in Africa?
Yeah, that's the only time. That's probably the time I'm like, Meek Mill, why are you doing this, man?
Yeah.
I'm Nigerian. Let's not do this.
I'll
Please.
say this.
Let's not do this.
You know, it was interesting because that article or whatever, or that court document that came out, not even sure if it's even legitimate, as it was reported by academics, you know, talking about Diddy's alleged or unalleged exploits and the two gentlemen that were involved in potentially some kind of, you know, interaction with him. The funny thing about it, and that people have brought out the hypocrisy, is that people aren't even focusing on the actual things that were illegal, like the abuse, the alleged abuse, or
because
the
we'll get
other
to that.
things that were going on. People were only concerned on the potentiality that homosexual acts were committed, which lets you know where people's minds are at. People are more concerned that a nigga could be gay over the fact that actual underage or abuse or assault or
I
any
don't
of
know
these
if they
other
care
things were
about people
going on.
being gay. I think they care about it's the brand.
Yeah.
The brand is very not that. So it
Okay.
feels like he's being inauthentic. I feel like there are comments.
Why? Was there songs that he came up with where he said, "Yeah, fuck them nigga.
No,
we
no,
straight
no,
in
no,
that
no.
bit."
Oh, no.
Because
Yo, XP, you know what he means.
No, I don't. No, we're having a podcast, so I want him to explain what.
And
he means.
we gotta like note that one, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to note
Which
that.
one?
You're gonna have to note that yourself.
Yeah.
No, what?
They're not gonna make you. They're not. You're not.
When
gonna,
you said that,
you're not gonna let yourself say that.
I will say it
No,
because
you
I don't
gotta-
because
no, you gotta-
I'm putting
you gotta
myself.
know this still.
I'm gonna put AI on my voice. It's gonna sound like Meek Mill at that exact part, so it's gonna sound like he's saying it.
I'm gonna agree with Trivelle. I don't even usually agree with you, do I?
No, we've been going to war the past couple.
Yeah, but I'm gonna agree with you right there. I think it's an image thing. I don't think I think that, I'm not saying that there's not a sector of people that go, ew. But it's about Meek Mill. It's about his image. It's about bitches. It's about loving taking girls on the yacht.
The guy had things with him in Dubai. If you know anything
Going
about Dubai,
crazy.
flying into Dubai with beer things for no reason
Like,
is a decision.
Going crazy, having the baddest around. He wanted Lori Harvey. He had Nicki Minaj as an ex, and then all of a sudden he's
I got
doing
Lori
that.
Harvey on my wish list, but he's with men. Them.
Yeah, come on, that's not gonna.
Well,
That'd be like if
man
Fabulous
specifically.
came out and Fabulous was swinging both sides. How would you feel?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't
Yo,
surprise you.
stop saying that to him
Would
because
it
he won't
surprise me?
care.
Well, of course it's going to surprise me because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's news
Surprise
to
me.
me. It's news to me.
It's the same thing with
oh,
they. Oh, all right, all right.
What?
No, I'm saying
This is a news to you moment.
Yeah, it would be news
You'd be
to
like,
me,
oh
like,
wow, all right. And
just
then-
feel-
That's what this thing is up to.
What a peculiar Wednesday, and just move on.
Because I think hip hop is one of the
Biggest lies.
one of the only things that are held to the standard because these rock stars will swing 1,000 ways till Sunday.
right. No, you're right.
Even actors back in the day, or even now, like their sexuality and all those stuff are allowed to be more fluid. But in the hip hop specifically, and with black particular, they are held to something where the masculinity is number one. And to be honest with you, see, I don't know, for each of you, I guess, if these allegations came on you, how would you handle it?
Well, before I get there, but I think you should answer that first. But I just wanted to touch on what you just said earlier. I think with hip hop, artists don't like they kind of tell you who they are so often right away, like a specific thing that they're about. That as soon as you start to deviate from that later on, that's where the problem is. Because that's when that's when fans go, wait, I thought you were about this. You were about this for like 3-4 albums.
Exactly.
And then now you're switching.
Yeah. For example, I shot 100 people and murdered a bunch of people. Like, yes, that happened. I potentially had, sex with a guy. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's figure this out.
But if your image is portraying that you're the manly man, like a manly man, I murder niggas, I get bitches, I do all this entire time. But behind the scenes, I'm way.
Taking dick. Yeah.
People will just look at it away. They're gonna look at it away. You're talking about rock stars or rock acts. Look at some of them, how they dress, how they look. Look at how they dress, how they look. They're able to get away with like being on one side, being on the other side without really knowing how do you say it? Ambiguous or whatever. Ambiguous
or
fluid,
however.
Because they have high heels. Now they're in big boots. Now they're in super tight leather. Now they're having a little bit makeup on their nails. And now so if you play with that image, then okay. Then I don't think anybody should get at someone for showing what they do behind closed doors. But I think it's you were saying this. Now you're doing that.
I will say this because I
they
feel
tried
like
to do that to
wants
Frank.
to say something. I
Did
feel
they
like,
not?
Who?
They tried to do that to Frank at one point, right? When everybody found out that Frank
is fluid though, right?
I know, but at the beginning, no one knew that.
Yeah, but I remember listening to Thinking About You.
But it was early.
I remember listening to Think About You, and I remember listening to Think About You thinking it was a heterosexual song.
Exactly.
Then I heard some
What
news
is a
about
heterosexual song, by the way?
That he was talking about a woman.
Yeah, like a gender consistent song.
Oh, okay.
And then I remember listening to Thinking About You and understanding how gender ambiguous it was.
Right.
But did you discover that on your own, or when you started to realize?
I heard the news about Frank.
Exactly. And then you went back
to the song.
And then you
perceived
said,
it with a different shoe.
Because there's a line where he says boy, and just the flip of boy it's like, my eyes don't have tears, but boy, they ball when I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
And but boy, they ball is like, that line transform. I was like, oh, damn, because he could be saying anything.
Because he could be.
He could be saying, boy, they ball.
Yeah, like, but boy,
to the world.
Yeah. So when you do that.
But I don't remember that killing my enjoyment of Frank. I remember just accepting, okay, Frank, a fluid artist.
I will say
but that was early, is my point.
Forrest Gump. Isn't Forrest Gump is Forrest Gump a same-sex love song?
I believe that was one of the alleged things that
one
were
of the
alleged
ones, right?
But T, what if he did 6 or 7 albums about
and then switched up at the end?
And then all of it. Like, I think people would feel away.
What's Tyler? Tyler's gender ambiguous.
I was going to get to that, but
because Tyler's the hip hop artist who goes.
But nobody knows for sure.
But that's my point. He's deliberately gender ambiguous.
So this is what I'll say about that. You see,
sexually ambiguous. Sorry, not gender ambiguous. Well, that's
sexual ambiguous.
And Meek Mill finally figured it out. He figured it out late in his tweets, and we're bringing it back to him. Because Andrew Schultz did a whole bit. I'm assuming he was like in Philadelphia or something like that, and he was talking about Meek. He was talking about Meek Mill being gay, coming out being gay. And he was just making a bunch of jokes, and Meek Mill finally understood to just embrace and have fun with what's being said. He's like, "Wow, this is like the first time I'm finding out that I'm gay," and like he's laughing and like he's having fun with the situation. See, here's the thing that people need to understand in 2024: whatever your sexual preference or your whatever you do behind closed doors, for lack of a better term, as long as it told the lines of legality. But if something comes out that you don't want to be said about you or that you don't know how to fighting it head on is not the way. You like even with Tyler the Creator, the way that he was able to toy with the idea of his sexuality, just in general, has now allowed him to be in this space that. If tomorrow you see him kissing a guy, you're not going to be like, wait, what the heck? Why is he doing this? Because the idea has already been brought in the zeitgeist that now it's just, oh, that's what he's doing. Or if he never talks to another guy again, same thing. You won't really care. Like, you have to take the power away from public fodder and just public perception, because that will be the rule of you. People were really upset or really, making fun of Meek Mill more, the more he started going on tangents about how many bitches he fucks and the details of, y'all be fucking her so good and her pussy's like so good. And that's kind of what Andrew Schultz, who's a white guy, which of course white people deal with sexuality differently than black people, 1,000%. And there is historical and slavery and all of that stuff that's entrenched in this. So I'm not going to take that away. But what I'm saying is you have to be cognizant of where you are, the times you're in, and what you want to be said about you. You just have to take the power away from these people because they will. Luther Vandross was gay as fuck. But how would you know? Freddie Mercury, head of Queen, gay as fuck.
Everyone knew.
And these guys were making songs.
People knew Freddie was gay.
People
the
knew
Luther
that.
one was surprised. People knew Freddie was gay.
Was he singing?
No, but I'm saying, what I'm more saying is
it's-
that people knew Freddie was gay.
Yeah,
because he contracted AIDS.
No,
I
that
think
was
it's
under
presentation
of.
When did they
People
figure out
knew
that
Freddie
he was
was gay the way they knew Elton John was gay. It's just
You're
how
absolutely
it's just how the man
because
was
it was
living.
kept a secret. That was actually I watched the
That's how
movie
man
and
was
read the
living,
stuff.
bro.
But what I'm trying
You're
to
paying
Because
attention.
everybody
That's how
saw
man was living.
because there was
bro.
TikTok back then, of course.
But it's the bro. It's the presentation of these guys, yo.
Was Prince gay?
You're
Because his presentation was gay as shit.
But that's the point.
He wasn't.
But that's the point. If he came out gay, no one would be like, "Oh man, I never." How was that possible?
Prince
Because
actually
of how-
has the greatest culture. Prince is probably I understand the point he's trying to make.
But do you understand the point that I'm saying about
Prince was
the
rocking
look
heels
of
and
an
lace,
art?
but Prince was a bad man.
He's
yo.
a bad man, but the look of Prince. If someone said they found out that he was gay,
Nobody would be surprised.
exactly. But they're gonna be surprised of a Meek Mill jumping
They'd be
on
surprised
motors.
of that. The image of that doesn't scream gay. However, what I'll argue is that movies like Moonlight tried to
break that. Yes,
right?
they did.
I don't know if you ever seen. There's a show on Star called P Valley.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's a rapper in that show that be trying to undercut that like
But he's
crazy.
and he's but his character is what?
He's a rapper.
And it's how is he portraying his
I don't think
A hard exterior
no,
and a street.
what he likes.
Street nigga.
It's behind closed doors.
Yeah, because that's the only way that it can happen.
So if it comes out, people will be shocked. They will be like, "You didn't present any form of anything at any point for me to even think that that's the way you go. You lied, quote unquote." Fans feel like that when you feel lied to.
What's interesting about those guys who take, and I guess I ask you this as a musician, a musician and a performer. Sorry, a musician and an actor. Because I think artist is an all-encompassing term. I remember when Luke James had that decision and he never was able to go back. Luke James had a time when he was just trying to do his solo career, but then he got the Star job.
Okay, yeah.
He could never really. Then he was the guy from Star.
Yeah.
He wasn't Luke James, artist that wrote for Beyonce, artist that he was now the guy from Star.
Yeah.
That rapper in P Valley, he can't unlive being a character, can he?
No.
He's an actor, though. I don't think he's a rapper by
He
trade.
is.
in
He
real
is.
life.
He's a rapper by trade.
So I think that's a situation where to pay his bills, he took an acting job and I don't want to say killed his rap career, but there's no way. I don't think there's any way.
I think there's a way.
Well, I think he means any way where it could be that.
He can't not be who he was in the show.
He's always going to be looked at that.
And it's such an aggressive stance in hip hop to take that he took.
Well, hip hop is
Especially
also declining, so maybe there is some deep rooted things in it that are not enabling it to grow in certain regards.
Hip hop is declining. I understand when people say that hip hop is declining. I think the metrics bear that out. What I think that people, most times when other music forms have declined, it has been because another one has taken the number one spot. I'll ask you guys this because you're in the space.
I'll tell you.
Has hip hop declined insofar as it is no longer number one? Or have other music genres just eaten a bit of the market share so that the pie has gotten smaller?
It's both.
That's both.
But,
That's not the main.
Let O'Shaun lead.
You go ahead.
No, because you had some interesting information that you received. So go ahead.
I think when it comes to hip hop, there's too much focus on the violent side of the artist's music.
Drilling.
Yeah, drilling, but not. I don't even like the drilling when it comes to, because I feel like drilling is the type of sound particularly, but because I've heard gospel drill, if we're gonna be honest, right? I've heard gospel drill. I do Afro drill, so so I don't want to do that. But the too many artists doing the same type of thing, rapping the same way, talking about the same type of thing often, and then these labels wait till one of these records pick up steam on TikTok or pick up steam on some platform, and then they just like throw money to it and then throw it in everybody's face. And then after they've squeezed it of all its juice, they let go of this shit and it falls to the wayside and they move on. And they do that with so many people and so many artists. The barrier is it's easier to make music now today, even than fucking a few years ago. So these guys is rapping however they want to rap, copying these guys who they think are the popping ones, even though the nigga has one song. So you run that through the system all day, all night, all day, all night. People get tired of it. So yes, Afrobeat is one that's risen now because people are looking for something new, something that sounds where people can dance again. Do you remember hip hop? People used to dance at hip hop.
They used to dance at hip hop party. Just
There's a lot of music
R&B singers singing the R&B.
Yeah, a lot of these guys you can't really dance to. So Afrobeat started popping up. Then country music is popping up again now. Well, you have an actual statistical reason why country music is rising. The biggest R&B or whatever pop artist, one of the biggest in the world, is doing country. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. That's not because Beyonce could drop a hip hop album right now. Do we not agree?
Yeah, she could.
Yeah, and I still think she potentially may.
She might.
I think she does the same numbers.
Because it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
I don't know that Beyonce's moves tell us anything other than where Beyonce's at. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if she
can't go any higher? Is that what you're saying?
I think her, like, sequencing, right? Beyonce's at billionaire status.
Yeah.
If I go with statistics that say that a billionaire is planning 10 years ahead of time, Beyonce going country now was decided on in 2013.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So
she's been
I don't think Beyonce's not trend following.
Yeah,
Beyonce's
she's
doing
not.
the Beyonce plan.
She's not. But that tells. But no, I agree with you. But it does tell the market. It does shake the market that's around to be like.
If Beyonce's a market setter,
she is a market setter without trying to be a market setter. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. People follow her like they follow Taylor. Like they follow. Like there's this thing that's.
Well,
I think it would have been interesting if Rihanna. I think Rihanna probably got a bit more market setter status than Beyonce did. It would have been interesting to see what would happen if Rihanna stayed in the space.
I'm hearing like 5 different artists that sound like Rihanna right now. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, not who.
I don't even know their names. You hear like
the tonality is just in the same pocket.
Bro, I heard a record the other day. I swear to God,
every time I think it's Rihanna.
I thought it's
really?
Rihanna.
And it's not?
Yeah, and it's not. It's like somebody else. I'm like,
okay.
They're even trying to like do her sound.
Wow.
And because it's voided, it's like you automatically think Rihanna.
When is so if hip hop's in its decline, when was its peak?
They would say it was.
And who was the artist at the top?
And who's there?
Peak.
It was either 2016 or
Is peak of hip hop?
or 2018.
Yeah, right.
Of the 20s.
I think
the 20s because you're not talking about the golden era.
Yeah, he's not talking about the golden era.
You're not talking about the golden era, which is the 90s. You're not talking about the boom of all the 2000s rappers in the 2000s necessarily, because hip hop at that point is still trending upwards. As much and as crazy as that sounds, because you think of the artist, you think of Eminem, you think of Jay-Z, you think of DMX, you think of Nelly, you think of Ludacris, you think of T.I., you think of 50 Cent, you think of all these Kanye West, you think of all these people in the 2000s.
See, I had Kanye as peak hip hop.
Like him himself?
No, I have Kanye 50 as peak hip hop because that made like People magazine. Kanye verse 50.
Oh.
So Graduation versus 50. I think it was self-titled.
You
50?
consider that
No,
peak
it was
hip-hop?
Curtis. Bro, that was everywhere. They were talking about it all over the place.
No, I agree.
That felt like a crossover moment.
I feel like there's so many different.
And Kanye winning that felt like a big.
See, that indicated the new shift. That was the shift. It wasn't the peak, but actually, what happened was hip hop peaked in a certain type of music. Like the gangster rapper, whatever, kind of peaked with 50 Cent because he was the last one doing that kind of music, and it really hit. And he was very successful for a while. And then Kanye came with this anti whatever 50 Cent represented. Boom, the battle happened. The peak was what Kanye did, which made way for everybody else you see today.
Yeah,
I heard this on a pod. I don't remember if it was the Joe's pod, Joe Budden's, or
it's wild to think Kanye's only 3 years before Drake. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know whose it was.
Watch Graduation.
But
06, Drake drops 09. Bro,
yeah, 09.
Not that many years.
That 50 Cent Ye battle.
Yeah.
The significance of that also was because during that time, a lot of people only went to the store to buy one album.
Facts.
Yeah.
So this was them conjuring up like, what if we can get people to buy 2, yo?
Was that a label plant where?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The labels They're both Universal. Universal
Yeah,
can't
of
do
course.
It. So it wasn't like this accidental thing of
No.
oh,
It
he's
was
dropping. Okay, I'm
accidental,
going.
but then it became something
It said,
they
yo,
used
wait,
as a
guy,
marketing
why
tactic.
don't we make people
this an
buy
event.
too? Even if you beat me, I'm going to go higher than I would have. People are going to buy too. People only went to buy
So
one album.
behind closed doors, Kanye 50 really toasted a glass of champagne.
Hell
They
yeah.
both sold a lot of
They
records.
sold.
Now,
They both sold a lot.
Granted, Curtis sold less than what him Get Rich or Die Trying sold, but
But
that's just the
Albums
album
were already
decline.
going decline at that time anyway.
So that wasn't
but
an
it
indication.
gave like a new rejuvenation at that time.
Bro,
Like,
because I remember that rollout was nuts.
it was crazy.
That rollout
The
was
verses,
nuts.
that was
It's
the
not-
first verses. Really.
It's not the streaming era where we can listen to 10 albums between Friday and
Yeah,
Monday.
Yeah.
So you force people to do that. So that's why I don't want to call it peak, but I do call it a very, very important date in hip hop. That was a very, very
because
important
trap wasn't what it was
Right.
at that time, and trap was the next iteration of hip hop, so it couldn't be the peak.
I don't know when the peak is because there's so many different times of when hip hop was going crazy.
Well, I run a peak. That's my point. I run a peak from a starting point to an end point that felt an uninterrupted run of greatness. So I like that Kanye moment in 06. And I think the peak for me of hip hop, it's not hip hop, but that peak moment ended for me at Trap Soul.
Which was what year?
Trap Soul.
2017?
Is that 2017? When Bryson Tiller really come out? Because
think
that
that
was
was
hip hop, R&B. That was like,
2016? Was that 2016?
to me,
That
Trap
was
Soul
just-
was culture.
Trap Soul was the child of what Kanye started with
808s.
808s and Heartbreak.
Yes.
That was him seeing his grandfather, Kanye seeing his grandchildren mature.
Come
to
make
what,
something.
Yeah, and that was 2015, which is
10 years.
Which is
But we've
9
got
years.
some classics since 2015.
that's
Not
why
enough.
I said 2016 or
How many
2018.
classics have we got since 2015? Let's really, really talk about it.
Do we really want to talk about
Take
it?
out the big names.
Oh, man.
No, because it doesn't count.
Why don't they count?
Because that's a great player having a great game. If you're telling me we're at a peak, there has to be other guys getting a run. Bryson Tiller don't even sell records no more.
But now are we talking?
And he has a classic.
So
tucked.
when we talk about the peak or we talk about the end, are we talking about?
We're talking about just
the
a run
birth
of
new
creating
superstars?
amazing music.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy 2010.
Kanye West,
I know he said
To
don't
Pimp
count
a
him.
Butterfly 2015.
Kendrick.
He said don't count him.
Give me
Good
somebody
Kid, Mad
else.
City again.
When did Mac Miller have his project?
Well, which I would
Which
say
one?
his I would
Swimming?
say I would
The
say
one that-
Swimming is his classic
That's
album,
the
and
classic?
that was
And
and
I
that
would
was
say that.
2018. Take Care is
But
2011.
he died by
Forest
swimming,
Hills.
right?
No, it was early. He died later on that year. 2014, Forest Hills Drive. J. Cole.
But you're saying big names. He's saying
No,
Also,
There's gonna be another. There's somebody's gonna break.
Coloring Book was 2016.
Okay.
that's one.
Yeah.
Invasion of Privacy 2018,
That's
which is why I
two.
also said 2018.
Yeah.
And
Nothing was the same. 2013.
So far, it's funny. Of everything you said,
Oh, sorry. That's
those
another big artist.
those two, and then what happened after that for both of those?
Oh, Chance the Rapper and Cardinal B.
Because she hasn't dropped yet. Hopefully, she's gonna take.
Cardi's
over.
scared to drop. She don't want to.
I heard us. I heard.
I know.
No,
Me
she's
too.
coming. She's coming.
That's gonna be fire. If she
She's
has a
tired of
project of
young
all
niggas.
that,
She's tired of y'all niggas, and I think she's gonna.
yo, she has a whole album of all that. Ooh,
She's gonna finally lean
Flames?
into. She's gonna
If
finally
she does
lean
that.
into.
I don't know.
Is she gonna talk about her divorce? Is she gonna get into him?
They're not divorced.
Depends on-
Are they divorced?
or at least the
They're just
turmoil, or
separated.
at least the turmoil. Yeah. The question is, will she talk about the turmoil? And
Yeah.
that is
Hopefully, she does. For
hopefully
music- for music
and I'm not
sake.
trying to diss, but hopefully whoever she's working with writing wise adds that into the diatribe, and hopefully she acquiesces to that, because it would be dope. I think, because you know what, to be honest, that is one of the critiques of women's hip hop, is that they're not being introspective enough outside of like a Nicholas Minaj or a Rhapsody or a couple of other underground artists. Sometimes
Yeah.
like they're too they only talk about the fun times or the tricking and the sexual exploits.
Afrobeat only talks about the fun times.
Absolutely. Which and Burna Boy has had a problem with that. He's come out and say that he's tired of these niggas acting like everything's peachy. But I mean, if they feel, Travis Scott had great showings in
three.
the 2010s.
I'll say that Travis keeps it going.
Tyler the Creator has had great showings.
That's four.
Here's the thing. Tyler the Creator.
Kevin Gates, Young Thug.
That's five.
Future.
What years though?
That-
I feel like I'm still not wrong about my years selection.
What are you saying? What are you trying to say?
I think
wait. You can't count Future. Future's a big artist.
I think Trap Soul put a bookend on. Okay, we're gonna start to taper off now.
No, I think what
I feel like from
Trap Soul did-
06 to 2015, we had undeniable runs. We had the French Montana run. We had the MGK for like the 2 years when he was a thing. We had his run. He had Black Flag, one of the coldest mixtapes. That mixtape era run was nuts.
But I think
Section 80 month. We had a Wale run.
But
we had the Walker run.
But I think if we look at 2015 to 2020,
Roscoe Dash had a run in there.
If we
Big Sean had his run in there.
If we go from 2015 to 2020, and look at the Billboard top 10,
yeah,
I think you're gonna still see a lot of hip hop.
And it was still.
I think now
it was still doing.
I think now is when it's happening. The last 2-3 years is where it's like
less hip hop.
Really, it's
falling.
2020. 2020 would actually be what you would consider.
That's where I think it is.
The beginning of the fall off, because what happened, and you know what? Funny enough, the perfect example of how the fall off has affected someone that it shouldn't have affected this way is Roddy Ricch. Because when The Box came out, which was a ubiquitous smash hit that was absolutely everywhere, the pandemic happens and it stifles him from being able to take that song and tour, to tour and to take it around the States to really turn it into, give it the next level of legs that it needed. Everybody's locked inside. So as great as I just put my stick in the box, I put my dick in the box, I bust the whole damn seal, I get lazy, doesn't mean anything if we're in the house and, you know, she sucked a nigga. So if that's happening in the house, that doesn't have the same effect as if it's at...
The man said if that's happening in the house...
If it's at Wembley Stadium or Coachella. Like, so,
that's happening in the house.
And the thing is, if you listen to his music, I wouldn't necessarily say that... Oh, Ross was also a great artist in that time period.
Serious run.
But
can I jump on one thing he just brought up? When you talk about the top 10... In 2015, top 10 Billboard at the end of year.
Hit him with it.
I'll just give you a few because I don't know. Do you? It was Bruno Mars.
It's Rocky too.
Bruno Mars. But okay, so we have Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Monster
run.
See you again. We got Fetty Wap.
Monster run.
We got a bunch of Weeknd. The Weeknd earned it. Weeknd the Hills.
Yep.
Yo, that was a nuts year.
The Weeknd Can't Feel My Face.
Yeah, nuts year. Nobody was touching. 2015 was a crazy year for everything.
But they had Maroon 5 in there.
What was that though?
Maroon 5 is Sugar.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
But you still fuck with the hip hop.
And I don't even know what song that is.
I do now because she did Taylor's version. So
Blank Space?
Yeah. Because
wait, it's Blank Space and I'll write your name. Is that it?
I think so. Isn't that it?
So
wait, is that it or no?
I gotta check. I don't know the name.
If there's one thing I know about Taylor Swift,
it's that record.
Is that Blank? Okay. Tell me that's Blank Space. Please, someone tell me.
Well, let me see. Oh, wait, hold on.
What is it?
No, it's
something else.
Wait, there's 3.3 billion views, so it probably is.
Watch it be like
tease it. Yep, that's it.
Oh, thank God. So I know a record. God damn it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, no one's touching Taylor. No, I'm joking. Go on. Continue.
Oh no, that's wow.
That was a hard record.
No one's touching Taylor.
Yo, no one's touching Taylor is crazy.
How do you have 3.3 billion streams? Like,
but it slaps.
Yo, Omarion featuring Chris Brown and Janae was 24th in 2015 of the whole.
But that's my point.
Genre.
That's a sign that the culture is going crazy because
that's crazy.
That's
to me.
Mustard.
That's fucking high as hell.
Mustard had his run. That was the Mustard.
Bro, that's high as hell.
Very high. The record slapped though. That record was
Fetty Wap was 21, 679.
First of all, yo, charting twice while selling keys is incredible.
It's he charted more times.
That's
it was
allegedly.
like 6 times. Yeah. Well,
pardon?
Well, he's locked up for it. Well, yeah, we don't want to hurt his case.
All right, I'm sorry.
Hurt his case. He's in the bin, bro. He hurt his case. Hurt his parole. Like,
but yeah, you were saying someone was saying something before.
You were saying something.
No. Was I saying something?
I thought the peak was 2015. You guys are suggesting that there was a huge run of music after,
and
you guys are now suggesting that the peak
Roddy
was
Ricch.
2020.
Yeah, it was the Roddy Ricch thing. The Roddy Ricch thing really, because if you really listen to his music, I know some people see now because people have these specific, blinders on. They'll be like, no, he fell off musically, but he's not necessarily doing anything different musically. You guys are just receiving it different, and I know that's a hard thing for people to understand, but we have an artist here.
I don't get it.
Because if you are doing a bunch of songs that to you are in the same bop, but everybody's telling you that it's different, how do you even quantify, how do you quantify what's different? Because you guys are just receiving it different. I'm not doing anything different. I think I'm being me still.
So people say that about Roddy Ricch?
Yeah.
So I'll say, why does Gunna get to do that and it's successful?
Yo,
because I love Gunna. He's fire as hell. He's one of my favorite. But all of it
Gunna was
talking
street guy stuff, told on someone, and came back talking street guy stuff.
I'm not saying he told, but
I don't know.
But for purposes, I understand where we are.
But
I'm just saying, and I understand
I'm being funny, Gunna. I'm funny, right? But I'm not a street dude, yo. Like, don't even pull my card. I'll give it to you. But I'm just saying.
Wait, can I edit?
Give
See,
me street cred.
I'm just saying Gunna, because that Gunna record, that Gunna music though is undeniable.
But it is. But that's to his point. That's to his point. If Roddy Ricch is doing the same thing, and Gunna's doing the same thing,
well,
but I don't get it. So there has to be.
The argument would be, when did Gunna start? I think Gunna's climb and ascension started pre-pandemic. So I don't. I think
didn't Roddy's
his peaks. No,
there's
not
no
really.
way Gunna
the box was in the heart of the pandemic.
Gunna is not before Roddy. Roddy's before Gunna.
Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to check it.
You guys are going to make me go and check.
No,
so.
I just have to be checked because you said that with so much confidence. It doesn't feel that confident to me.
Roddy Ricch, the box. Pause.
Wow, pausing the box is insane.
Well, because
it's
the way it's
2019.
2019 is who?
The Roddy Ricch, the box.
Exactly.
It's
So
the
that
box.
falls
It's the
under
box.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't know when he dropped.
When's Gunna's biggest record? When is
No,
Gunna?
not Gunna's biggest.
Don't
record.
say Gunna's
All
biggest
right, what's
record.
Pushing P?
That's his biggest record?
That's after.
That's after then.
Okay,
He's
so
also signed to YSL.
I understand.
With Thug and them
What
before
record
him.
are we going with them?
I thought Fuck You Mean is his biggest record now.
Drip or Drown.
That's right now.
Drip or Drown 2 was 2019, so Drip or Drown 1 was before then.
Give me a record off of it though. I can tell you.
Wait,
I can tell you mixtapes that Roddy had as well.
Okay, Drip Season was 2016.
Oh, it's Dennis.
Okay.
Drip Season 2 was 2017.
I was wrong.
Drip 3 was 2018.
All right.
All right, I feel
So
it.
he solidified himself
audience was there.
before
I
the
would the
government
top off.
came together.
I could-
and- that was before.
I driven
That
a
was
hot
before?
sauce.
or just before. So,
Yo, Gunna's sick, man. I don't know what you guys want from me, man.
yeah,
Fuck.
he became
That nigga, I need to do a record with him, man. Can you make it happen?
he became
need to
who
work on
he
that.
was
I need it.
before that stuff. So anyway, so that would be and because he has such a unique voice and his approach to
So
music
doesn't Roddy?
is a little bit yeah, it is, but it just didn't work.
You
for
fucked
him.
my brain up. Pause. I'm not gonna be like I'm allowed to.
And that's fine.
No, I'm just saying he fucked me up with saying Roddy's been doing the same thing, Gunna's been doing the same thing, and they
He's not
just
wrong.
So what's the reason?
Same thing with Future.
Future, but
But
no,
you know,
Future's the god.
because Future is the blueprint that everybody
Future and Rick Ross are the number one of I'm going to keep doing this and you will not go away.
Yeah, but the difference is because of where hip hop was going, that worked for Future better than it worked for Ross.
Okay.
If you understand what I mean, because hip hop was heading in the melodic direction, and he was doing that when people are like, "What do you mean I'm looking for her? What the fuck is that? What the fuck do you mean racks on racks on racks?" That doesn't make any sense to me. But it was going like this. But with Ross, he was doing something that was very specific that was not necessarily the norm or the common denominator in hip hop.
Remember what you told me when we had a conversation the other day was that when you said like when Drake gets Ross on a record, it's because Drake doesn't do what Ross does, right? So there's 1,000 million artists that try to do what Future does. That's why we hear his sisters, his uncles, his aunts, his cousins, his nieces, nephews. There's not going to be a bunch of Rosses because you have to already sound.
But they're trying. They're trying with the production.
But
it's not
I'm talking
enough,
about
though.
his instrument. Nobody sounds like Ross. Hence why I'm hearing him on like a random record, like some artists. I don't know. Like I heard one. Remember we heard one the other day, featuring
like
Ross.
R&B
It was like some R&B
older
pop,
R&B
like,
artist.
and also you hear
Far
Ross.
removed.
I'm like, yeah, because there is nobody else.
Nobody else can
he
do
has
that.
a niche.
If you need that, you need Rick.
Ross.
You need Rick.
There's
That's
nobody
it.
else that can do it.
You gotta go to this compound.
There's
talk to
no
him.
copy of Ross, yo.
Yeah, the closest person that could do what he did, but not in his voice register, would have been, and I know he's dead, but Nipsey Hussle was able to go
you
in
get
those
two.
types of production. Yes, it was a different vocal register. It was higher pitched, but it was still that luxurious production, and it still felt very
like
comfortable.
leather.
It was very comfortable. There are some other artists too, like Larry June and like some of these
It's
other
still different.
offshoots. But it's
And I
different.
fuck with Larry June.
It doesn't come with that raspy, gruff.
Where would you place
white
Lucas Joyner in that raspy delivery energy?
Who?
Lucas Joyner.
Joyner Lucas, right?
Whoops.
I know, but you know what's funny? Because as you said, Lucas Joyner, I believed you with every fiber.
Yeah,
in
that's
my
why.
body.
That's why I don't know. But you're saying he's similar to who?
No, but like he has a unique sound.
He does
to
have
me.
a unique rasp.
A unique, unique rasp, a unique like
the
struggle
high
and pain in the
lyrical
voice.
But
dexterity.
no one is Ross.
No, nobody. Only because you spent a long time on music. How do we feel about original houseman Russell Wilson saying that he was led by God to take care of a woman's child on date number 1?
And congratulations to him on securing a new team.
He did secure a new team.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he signed a veteran minimum
With the Steelers,
with
no?
the Steelers, $1.2 million, $38 million.
That's fine.
is
He
still
already
being paid by the Denver Broncos.
So who cares?
I don't mean original house man. I just mean that the Russell Wilson rebrand from when he got drafted to where he is now is incredible.
It's incredible, yeah.
He's a 35-year-old man. I'm so happy that he's identified with the culture. I found that entire line of commentary for an interview
that God told him to do this.
I found it disgusting.
Well, but and it's funny because between the three of us,
the child's father is not dead.
Yeah,
that's why I found it disgusting.
No, and that is understandable, but it's funny. That's interesting coming from you because from between the three of us, you are the highly religious one between us three. Just
I love the Lord.
Strictly,
I love the Lord.
No. We all love the Lord, but you are more religious.
I
didn't say the love of the Lord. Don't do that.
All right.
So
however you guys want to land it.
Yeah, I just
Deuteronomy.
I just assumed that would have been.
You thought I would have been okay with a man saying
that the Lord told me this.
In that first date, I just remember looking at a little future and the Lord saying, "This is gonna be yours now."
But here's the thing you have to understand about people telling you what the Lord said. When people tell you what the Lord said, what it means is that my desire to do this specific thing is so strong that it is outside of my body.
Whose desire?
The individual.
Whoever.
That's what the person is saying when they say the Lord said.
Yeah.
Can I land what I say?
I agree with him.
You can try it. But it sounds like the Concord. When I don't know if this thing's gonna touch the ground.
Or the Boeings. Yeah. When people say that the Lord told me for something that is so when you think about it, you're like, did he? It's because it's something that they feel so strongly about, based on their convictions, based on maybe based on his extreme attraction.
I don't want to cheapen it like that.
No, but
I don't want to say that the Lord didn't tell him. If Russell had that spiritual experience, my issue isn't the Lord told me. My issue is saying that out loud in an interview. And I think it's insensitive because the child's father is not dead.
But he is right about people that just say that the Lord said this.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that Russell Wilson is guilty of just saying.
No. But there are people that do this, and we will never know. We will never know which one the Lord said and which one was a strong conviction that I couldn't explain.
But I think, so for our audience,
why are you telling us? That part.
For our audience, I don't know who's going to identify with the spiritual component of it or the non-spiritual component of it. But I'd like to think that universally we'd all agree the child's father is not dead. To go and say that you met this single mother who was in such dire straits for support that it took the Lord our God
away from me. That's
to bestow upon you in the beginning.
You know what's wild too?
Yeah.
His name is Future too. Come on, what are we doing?
Little Future. Yeah.
Like I won't do that if the kids. I've been in situations.
If I'm Future, I'm rolling up on him.
I've been in these. Not that such, but situation where a woman that I'm interested in, that I'm quote unquote dating.
And you felt led to take care of.
No. But just the idea of the man is around, yo.
I have a friend.
Why am I going to pretend like he's not around by behaving in certain capacity?
I have a friend where fell in love with a woman. The woman had a child with a previous partner. The previous partner was still alive. He felt such a kinship and connection to the little girl.
Okay.
The little girl began to call him dad. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful relationship. I don't think he would do an interview. Just for sheer respect to the other human man. Like, I'm not going to put out there, on day one, the Lord told me I had to come take care of this child. He didn't say I felt the need to take care of the woman. That would have been fine. But for you to say that God put it on you to take care of this child, like the man is not alive. Bro, you're I don't know, like, do we need to publicly shame Future anymore about his parenting skills?
Okay, so this is what I'll say. Oshaun, you look like you wanted to say
No, he put a question. I don't know, like...
okay.
He posed the question.
I would like to preface this by saying that I love Future. I think he's one of the greatest artists. And I'm not saying that in a facetious way.
Clear.
I believe that he's one of the most important artists of the 2010s, to be honest, because when you think about what Kanye did at the end of the century and Drake's entry point, and then what Future did in that space where people didn't really know where to go musically, he led y'all niggas where to go, and he birthed a lot of children.
He did.
Future also has a lot of actual children, right? How many children does Future have? Let's find out. We can do this.
Who has more, him or
Nick?
No, I was gonna say YB. Is it YB?
Future has 8 children with 8 different women.
Oh, that's the part. That's the part. That's the part.
And their age ranges are between 4 years old to 21 years old.
Damn.
So this is what I will say.
Whoa.
Just like kind of what I was alluding to before when I say, for sure. When I was alluding, actually, no. I saw an interview where Future talked about the difficult decision that he chose in his life to choose a life of trying to be the best artist possible and pretty much putting parenting and being a father to these kids in the back burner. This was straight from his mouth. It's a question and a thing that a lot of artists kind of have to either come to publicly or come to privately in their minds in terms of how they want to approach music. Future records an exuberant amount of music. If you go on satellite radio or you go on ATL radio or any of these big market radios or even smaller market, you'll hear a lot of songs of random niggers that you did not know existed that have a Future verse of him absolutely spazzing. And when you think about that kind of work ethic, right? No, it's true. Like, it'll be some guy who's saying absolutely nothing, and then Future's rapping like the rent is due. Like, and it's just insane to me. And it'll happen in between a span of 5 years, and it's like, wait, he's still rapping this way? He still has this desire and this burning desire to do this at this level is actually unheard of. When he calms down, it's really on these Drake records where he gets to kind of relax. But when he's on these street niggas records, these Doughboys records, he's rapping insane. So what I say that to say that he has this output that is so astronomical that it takes a toll in his personal life. He has this situation where he has a lot of children, and unfortunately, he cannot be there for all of them. He made that decision himself in terms of what he wanted out of himself musically and the kind of legacy he wanted to leave musically. So with that in the back of my mind, and then I think of, Little Future, who is with one of, the women that I think he still has a soft spot for in Ciara, because sometimes he'll say things positively about her, but a lot of time it's negative. But positive or negative still means that it's someone that he thinks about. Now, maybe that's because she's famous, I don't know, or maybe it's because it really hurt him the way that the relationship ended. But I'm sure if you ask her, she'll say that he's the one that went the other direction and she wanted him. But that's even to decide. But what I say is, so when someone like Russell Wilson feels the Holy Spirit or feels God or feels any of these entities come to him and tell him that he needs to take care of this child, we don't know, as much as Future is not dead in that sense, we don't know the attention, the time, the consideration that he has to be a father to that kid on a daily basis. And this is coming from me loving Future.
Future
as
could have
an
not
artist.
seen that child. Future could have not seen that child since the day the child was born. It would still be in poor taste for Russell Wilson to say that in an interview. It is, but how many in poor taste moments has Russell Wilson had? Is he not allowed to have a moment where he was so overzealous? Because you know what? There's not a lot of men. I like Russell a lot, by the way.
I understand. There's a lot of men who love a woman so much, but they actually don't give a rat's ass about their child. Like, yes. It's true. Like, no, it's
that's
like,
true.
Or the child is like an afterthought. But you have to, because when you talk about, when you hear him say that about Future's son, to me, that doesn't say how much he cares about Future's son. That says how much he cares about Ciara and how much he wants to bag her, that he's willing to do whatever it takes. And he knows that there is obviously a parental gap at home with the father not necessarily being there in the pivotal time in the kid's life where he does need or would benefit from a father figure. And he's like, you know what? I am so attracted and want so much with this girl that I'm going to do something that I don't even really believe in. I'm going to go and father a kid of another nigga who's there. It's crazy. And I just hope, and to be honest, and all jokes and conversation aside, I hope that Future doesn't take the fact that he wants to be a father in this kid's life like negatively, as much as it hurts you. But at the end of the day, it's like, would you rather him have a stepdad that's like Russell, or one of these other niggas that are dogging on your woman, abandoning them, and being worse and leaving them worse off than you left them? That would be what I would say to that situation. It's an unfortunate and weird situation, and of course, me having a child, there is gonna be a day where my baby mom's is gonna have somebody who's gonna step in and be a father, quote unquote, to my daughter. But the question is what I've done as a father and what I'm doing, is that going to conflict with that? I am not an absent father, so it's not gonna be the same way. But I don't know. Music blows up and I'm not there a lot, and then here's this consistent person that's here. I cannot speak for the future. I cannot speak for the future.
Wow.
And you can't speak for the future.
And I can't speak for Nevadius, or whatever his full name. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't.
You can't take music
I can't
out.
speak for situations that haven't happened yet, so I can't say for sure what will happen. But I can say that I'm doing the best. I don't have a lot of children, right? Like I don't have a label that relies on me with a lot of other artists. Like
XP.
So,
XP. We're on the road.
Yeah,
we're on the road, and you turn on YouTube. We're in the hotel. we're in the hotel.
I love how you just bring it right back.
And we turn it on, right? I always turn it, and see what's going on. And we see
in the world, yeah.
And we see an interview.
Yeah.
You see old boy and like, yo, what are you saying?
And let me click that. Let me see what's going on.
And my baby mom's is with someone that's like,
he's
affluent.
He's a ball player. He's a actor. He's one of those. And then he says,
yeah,
yo, I'm with Shorty.
Yeah.
And from day one,
I'm with her because I feel like God told me
I have to be here.
I have to be
to provide
for your daughter. I'm asking you, do you feel good?
No, I'm calling him. For sure.
There you go. That's it.
And that's my end.
That's all he was saying.
I'm calling him to have.
That's all he was saying.
We didn't have to do all that, bro. You
yeah,
no,
of course, all he's saying. He's saying it's just not right.
Of course, we have to have that.
You can feel that way, but the fact that it's in your face.
Okay, here's my question.
Damn, nigga.
If he doesn't call him. Oh my God. If he doesn't call him, what does that mean to you guys, both of you, before we leave this feature Russell comment?
Every time I get into these topics, people tell me Future's a worse dad than I think. It will just confirm that Future's probably a worse dad than I think.
Not necessarily. What if he's busy? You can be self-aware, yo. If you know that you cannot be a father to all these people.
You just hug it and leave. Then why you put Russell in his records?
Because it's music, and that's how I feel still.
Well, then I'll say this:
fair.
He's not gonna call him. He's gonna put in a record.
He's gonna put in a record,
and he's got 2 albums coming out.
Albums
coming out.
Oh my God!
So you tell me 2 albums coming out, and he's not gonna say nothing about this shit.
There's a song called Russell.
He's not gonna say nothing about this shit. 2 albums. They said it's gonna be one, and a month later.
What was the news? What was the news agency?
God told me.
Hold on. What was the news agency exactly? What was the news agency that he did this on? Whose podcast was this on?
I Am Athlete, Brandon Marshall.
It's gonna be called I Am Athlete. With a heavy 808.
Yo, you don't want to beef with this guy. This guy makes hits. Why do I want to? We're all going to be singing.
Fuck that nigga talking under.
They say Russell.
I'm telling you, keep my kid name, money go mouth, nigga. Jeez. Yo.
8 for 8, baby.
God told me because of. No.
Well, what happens is it just makes your attention be it's spread and
That's,
Well,
but,
I mean,
look, what are you gonna say?
But yeah, no, good luck. It just sounds so disingenuous, but good luck to them for real because I'm in a situation like this, so I would have to wish luck because I don't want anything nefarious to happen to any of them in terms of like his relationship with them or their family dynamic. I really hope that he does not hate Russell. Like honestly, like I hope he's like, yo, I'm glad that there's like a good youth that's in my baby mom's life. I don't know Future like that, so I don't know. And he hasn't said that in music, but I hope because the alternative is worse.
It is
for some people, depending on your perspective.
It's worse.
Depending on your perspective,
no, it's worse. I think it's objectively worse. I don't think anybody would disagree.
No, some people disagree because some people would rather a worse dirtbag taking your place. Like, see, you couldn't do better than me.
Yeah, it's about them, not the child. That's selfish.
Yeah, well, welcome to the place where they sell fish market.
Facts.
So, is he a ball player?
Who?
That guy.
Which guy?
Oh wow, we're landing it. That's what we're doing.
Who my baby mom's with? I don't know. But you know what's funny? I always ask my daughter, like, so how's your
I was getting serious.
how's your mom's boyfriend?
This don't gotta be on the pod.
All right,
we're getting serious.
But no, she always says no, she doesn't have one. She said she had one at a certain time. But
she did? Because anytime I ask,
I know, but the answer is always no. But I think she's also protecting her mom, which, I just want to know just for in terms of my daughter's sake.
Whoa. Are you on speaking terms with your mom? with your big mom?
I have to be.
So then she can't not tell her.
You have to know if she's with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I only have to know when it's serious. Not when I'm dating somebody or going on a couple of dates.
Is he ever around my child?
That would be where.
And how would you know?
So then I don't know.
I ask.
Okay.
No, you ask who?
The child should never be asked this question ever.
Exactly.
Of course they would, because she tells me.
No, I don't think you understand what I mean. Like,
no.
You should never ask your child this question. If the child is talking, you should act like you don't know. Oh, that's funny. All
Ask
the
her.
real questions are asked to the mother.
Yeah, you should be asking
You
her.
and me did this.
Yo.
Who's around?
Yeah.
No, but she didn't. Yeah,
I don't care if he comes to the front door and she catches a glimpse.
Yeah,
who is my child
glimpse.
catching a glimpse
Because now he knows
of?
where they live.
You know what I'm saying? Who's this glimpse of a dude, bro? Let me tell you something. I've seen enough Tom Cruise thrillers to know that the glimpse is enough to reconstruct a memory. Be Minority Report. Like,
Oh my god.
nah, fam, I don't play that
No,
game. I don't
you
even
have
have
to,
children,
yo.
and I don't play that. Yo,
You have
bro,
to,
on some off no hype stuff. Bro, niggas,
have to.
I'm just gonna say, niggas are nasty, bro.
No, they are.
They are. Trust me,
So like,
I know.
That's a
I don't be
1,000%.
playing no games with a dude who catches even a glimpse of my child, bro. I want to
no.
know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I gotta know.
No. She tells me stuff, so that would.
No, it's not stuff.
No,
You know
we're
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's saying stuff. We're talking about one particular thing.
Yo, this man, like,
Yo, one particular thing we ask you.
Are y'all good right now? Is that why you being cagey about this?
No, it's fine.
They talk.
Yeah.
But you should be talking about that. Like,
You're
yo,
always
hey, by
allowed
the way,
to. I feel like
even
No,
if they're
you're right,
beefing,
you're
you're
right.
allowed to ask that.
I'd always be allowed to know if somebody's around my child. Like, I'd
100%.
always-
Oh yeah. That's a 1,000%.
Or around you,
Yeah.
because how that person treats you also affects how you are to know how. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put it this way. Let's say, oh, I'm dating a man. He's beating on me, but he's never here when you bring your daughter here. I still don't want my daughter around you. I don't want my daughter to see you in a state where the man has been beating on you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like this is all. It's all part of it.
Pause.
We're running out of time in the typical sense. So let's get to the TikTok shit.
Yeah, facts. Let's just run through a couple things here.
Because the TikTok shit is hot on the press. Hot off
First of
the
all,
press.
so let me just say this then. Shout out to Christopher Nolan, my favorite director, the best director probably.
Oh
the
yeah,
past
no, we
24
can do
years.
that first.
So what he's doing? He's skipping it. You jumped.
Yeah, he jumped right over. He saw it. He said, "Fuck
He's
whatever
like,
you're talking
he's
about."
like, wait, you're gonna skip over.
I fucks with
You're gonna
my man
skip
Chris.
over.
No, so I can tell
I'm
that
the
we're going to
real
something
Chris.
serious. I can tell we're going to something serious.
Not really.
This TikTok's not that serious. I mean, it is.
It's the banning of one of the largest social media platforms in the world.
I stand corrected.
Stop. Let's get to
I
Nolan.
stand
Let's
corrected.
get to Nolan. A serious movie, by the way. Which
13 Did you watch it yet?
Yes, of course I did.
13 nominations,
Seven
wins. Best director, best actor, best picture, best supporting director,
Best sound.
best sound.
Shout out, what's his name?
Best
Sound
cinematographer,
designer.
Hoyt van Hoytema wins his first.
I think did it win wardrobe too? Oh, wait, no. It
wasn't wardrobe.
No, that was Poor Things. I think.
It wasn't adapted screenplay.
No, it wasn't. That was. There's
I'm not
another
gonna
one.
catch
There was
it.
another one.
I'm not gonna catch it. I'm
You
not
know,
gonna catch it.
I'm cheating.
I will say this.
I'll cheat.
Post 2016, because that's when Donald Trump came in office, right? 2016.
All right.
Yeah.
That's which is so interesting.
Okay,
but
like-
that's anyway.
Blame him for hip hop.
The the alternative news, fake news, all that stuff, the rise of the conspiracy theories have gotten a lot more ground since then. And so after Childish Gambino's "Stay Woke, Niggas Creeping," the Caucasian community as a whole have come together and said, okay, we can't say nigger anymore. We can't say Negro. So what we're going to do is we're going to say woke for anything that has to do with black people.
Film editing. Film editing.
Those film editing. So
Great edited movie.
so anytime that there is a non-white person on a screen, on a song, in any position of power, they say woke, 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 woke. That's what they say for everything. So award shows when black people win, woke, woke Indian, woke Chinese, woke, woke Arab, woke.
I hate that shit.
This Oscar season, there wasn't any woke wins. So the white people, they were like, oh,
When you say no woke wins, because obviously best supporting actress did go to a black woman, but you mean that was expected. And
but
that's okay.
when you think about
murdered that
when you
shit.
think about Oppenheimer
Cleaning
sweeping,
up.
which is a Caucasian film to
Okay,
its
I got it.
core,
Yeah.
Not one
and
negative.
even Barbie is a Caucasian film to its core. You know, Safe America Ferrera, or you know, a couple of the other
Kingsley Ben-Adir's in that, by the way, who played.
And,
yeah,
my
like
girl.
these are little,
Simlu.
these are little cameos,
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae, all these little cameo, little fuck shit, little hoe shit.
Sure.
But other than that, they're like, oh my God, we finally got back to our glory. It's white people, no more woke shit. Like they were so happy.
You know what's crazy about that? Just this is a side note. I was recording I was on set for a commercial the other day.
Yeah.
And obviously the room was full of white people.
Of course.
Sure.
All white.
So it wasn't woke.
All white. And they had, because I was doing a voiceover. So they left the mic on, or the mic on between them and me in the booth.
So you could hear all that.
So I hear them were talking. So they were talking about the Oscars.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, what do you think about some of these movies? And da 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 da. And it's funny. This part I was shocked. No, I was shocked. They said they were surprised that they were very turned off that Robert Downey Jr. won that award for that particular role over. They thought that my man from American Fiction, Sterling.
Donald.
Whoa.
I know you're talking.
Sterling should have.
Sterling K. Brown? No.
Hold on.
Is this Sterling?
Jeffrey Wright?
No, Jeffrey
No,
Wright's
he was the lead. He was going for
Supporting.
lead.
Oh,
That was
Sterling
gonna
K.
be
Brown. Yes, Sterling K. Brown.
Brown.
They were
Beautiful
like,
actor, by the
so
way,
it was
yes.
crazy. It was just interesting to just, and I felt proud and felt like these guys were talking about, no, that movie, they said that movie was incredible.
It was. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I know. I need to.
It's
but
just that Oppenheimer is just, it's a moment.
I know.
Bro,
but they
that's
were,
something.
but the way that they were going about that movie and that particular
You've
actor.
seen Sterling K. Brown act before.
Of course,
right?
he's
So
incredible.
you already know. Like,
no, I
yes.
know, but to
For him,
hear them
like, you
say
already know.
that was like, to your point of, there wasn't a black movie that woke
there was
any
no
woke
woke
Well, look,
moments.
Emma Thompson, Emma Stone, no, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
Wins for leading actress. I was surprised. I thought they would have given it to the woman from
In which movie was this?
Killers of the Flower Moon. She
That's
won it for
Poor Things. I gotta watch Poor Things and American Fiction because people are talking a lot about these two.
Oh,
movies.
Emma Stone. You talking about?
Emma
Emma
Stone
Stone.
beats
Who did you
Was
think
it a
was
black
gonna win?
woman? A black woman she beat?
no native Killers of the Flower
From
Moon.
Killers of the Flower, but it didn't win any.
No,
Award.
got pipped out.
It got zeroed.
And sometimes that happens.
That's what they did to Jay-Z.
But
Look,
yeah.
but I just want to shout that out. I think because to me,
Yeah.
That movie was phenomenal. I'll give you that.
I remember saying, I remember being on this platform.
You did.
And I remember saying,
It's gonna clean up.
this is Christopher Nolan's attempt to win his Oscar. I think I remember
and
saying
That's why I
that.
said you said it's gonna clean up.
Yeah.
And boy,
Did he.
he left no
$73
crumbs.
million, by the way.
I wish I watched that.
As a
at the theater.
payday.
That is unheard of to me.
Apparently, his next movie, he's going to command such a big check that Universal and Warner Brothers might
Collaborate.
merge.
These niggas is sick. These niggas is just freestyling, remixing shit.
Because you know what happened?
That's ridiculous.
He was with Warner Brother.
Okay. Yes.
They released Tenet on HBO Max.
Yes.
They
I think that movie slept on.
They refused to wait.
Sorry.
Yes.
He got mad about that
Of
because
course, yes.
he's like, you're making them sleep on my movie.
Yeah.
I should wait for it in theaters. They didn't do that. So he goes, fine. I'm going to take my business elsewhere.
Straight.
Universal signs him for Oppenheimer. Warner Brothers is so mad
As
that
they
they
should.
schedule Barbie on the same day. That's how Barbenheimer happens.
Are you fucking serious?
So they came for him. But then they're like, nah, this guy kind of made kind of a good movie. The CEO of Warner Brother asked, they bring back in Bob Iger. They
Yes.
have now come back to Crawl to ask him, hey, please
Do our next one.
come on back home. He says, okay, I'll think about it. Universal cut a check for them so bad where they said, look, we paid you this much on back end. You won the Oscar with us. Surely you can't leave.
Yeah,
Right?
you can't do that. Look what we done.
So it's going to be an interesting bid
Wow.
because Warner Brothers wants him back.
As they should, because
And he only signed a one picture deal with Universal.
Oh, see, he's smart. Like the one album
he
deal,
signed
one EP.
good. He signed a good EP deal like 4 bots
Like
with,
4
with
bots.
Drake OVO. He signed a.
Is that an industry plant?
Can we not
Okay.
do this? And
What
well,
is-
okay.
Okay, quickly before we go to the top tick, what
An
is
industry plant is somebody who has industry connections prior to being released to the world.
Of any song?
No, industry like your father, your mother, your cousin. You have some connection to major industry connections,
Yeah.
distribution, production, whatever the case may be, agent, talent,
yeah?
and
Before
you're released to the world.
Yeah.
then I guess he is because his whole rollout, this ambiguous thing, was orchestrated by a gentleman who works at RCA, which is the R&B. I
didn't know that.
beautiful label that is breaking all the R&B acts today. So
that would be the
by
definition.
technicality.
That
I
would
don't know
be.
what that person's position is there, but it's something that is high up. Who
But they
has
have
influence.
information.
Yeah, that's what they plant. Because I'll tell you why. You can't. No, I'll tell you why. For him to get to RCA, that means he was making music, right?
It's in some capacity, yes.
So think of it. RCA then says, okay, we have a great rollout for you, kid.
Yeah,
Take down everything because you can't find nothing else.
you can't.
But
Yes.
these 4 records.
yes.
Then they run their internal metrics plus the record slap.
Yeah.
10 million views on 3 records, 2 minutes apiece, and then you get a Drake feature. What?
Yeah. Who then Drake then slows down the song in typical Drake fashion.
That's the industry.
And don't forget
that is all industry. I don't want any. And
before you reach the Drake, though, before you reach Drake, you have Timbaland saying online saying, "Yo, Drake." I remember he sold me. I was like, I want to. He's like, "Yo, boy, if they get the boy was on this, if they get the boy on this,"
and I'm gonna tell you why.
And then what happened after that?
The boy was on it.
No. One more person before him.
Who?
Oh,
Ye.
Yeah, right. Really? They got Ye on medication?
Ye was talking about him saying he's his favorite artist.
No, probably not anymore.
Before Drake got on it.
Here's my issue.
I thought that was very interesting.
The only reason I like to call these things out is because I know when I was a musician and I would see certain things happen.
You just didn't understand.
You would just assume like, man, this guy from his bedroom just made this work.
Yeah.
For example, Bryson Tiller.
Oh, man.
You know when Bryson Tiller came out? I was like, damn, yo, you just got to work hard. I did not realize this guy knew the barber he knew like somebody's barber. And like somebody's barber put the music in somebody's hand and said, all right, yo, this kid doing his thing. Bro, Don't was released 3 years before it was released. Bro.
I know.
Yes,
He
took it out.
He told us he took it out.
All right, then.
He did put that out.
To me, that's industry. Because when you're at home and you're bleeding and you're sweating and it's hurting, you see these things and you think that's how it works.
I want to give it a new name. I don't know what it is. But
I know there's an in-between. There's an in-between between nothing and an industry plant. Industry assistance. Because it's you're not being ingested by the industry and propelled, but there are members of the community.
He had a fan base in the industry before he had a fan base.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's a plant.
But
the industry decided, our label executive decided, you know what? Thousands of people would love this before thousands of people. So
you don't think an industry plan is the industry, the label, seasoned artist likes them, picks them up?
No,
wait, no, hold on, picks them up. Okay. And just throws everything at them because they want that artist to succeed. And then they planted it, watered it, planted it.
No, because that's 50. That's Drake.
But no, 50 was doing shit.
That's also and it doesn't work. That's also Trinidad James. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't always work.
Yes, that's why I want to call it. That's why I want to call it something else. Somebody who has a heads up.
An industry plant is somebody where your first record is guaranteed because all the industry work went into it. Now we got to see your follow up if there's something there.
Yeah, but I like what you said. A fan base in the industry before fans outside. I don't know if that's an industry plan. I feel like that's something else.
Yeah, industry.
Bro, if I'm liked by record execs and like, the people in the know, but I don't really be doing these shows to get, you know what I'm saying? If I haven't done that circuit, no. No, I don't. No, I'm with you. Yeah. I want to coin it something else. Yeah. No, you planted by the industry.
No, because I went and reached out to the secrets that I have beside. The industry didn't plant me.
It's so funny because then by that metric, all writers would technically be industry plants because they started writing for artists first, like Money Long or Esther Dean.
Trivelle, we're not calling those industry plants. Don't do this.
Or any of these people that The Dream. Anybody that got in the room first to lay records down for other people.
Look at him rolling his eyes. He's trying to say they're industry plants. They're not industry plants. There's someone who said, yo, now I'm going to do my own shit.
Frank Ocean was an industry plant.
Right. Then he would, by that metric, he would have to be then.
Because he was writing reference records, they loved it.
Yeah.
He kept doing this thing and then he got a chance.
Drake wrote for somebody.
Megan Trainor, same thing.
Yeah, Drake was writing on Detox.
But bro,
so did Kendrick.
And so they
bro, these guys just buy their time.
So everybody's an industry plant.
No, bro.
Except Jay-Z.
Anybody that's being exactly.
Except Jay-Z.
Yeah.
No label wanted him.
We need a new
Jay-Z and who else?
That's what I said. I want a new word. Yo, I want to coin.
Industry assistance, industry
it's like some bullshit. Yo, it's like some secret
industry
like
subjugation.
I got an ace card hidden here, like
yeah.
Like a cheat test. What's
industry
it? Like
foresight.
The answer, like a cheat test type of shit.
Industrial revolution.
There'll be a word for it, but I wish him nothing but success. But for those that, of course, like working at home, don't let this moment discourage you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Never.
This guy's been so assisted. The ball should have come.
Do your own thing, yo.
And anyway, you have to understand something too. To piggyback, like the fact that he's ski masked up. It's just such. And you know what? Shout out to
It's almost like somebody who knows the market did the video.
What's the Toronto nigga's name that be singing heartfelt things with all his niggas in the back with gun signs? Mustafa. He took the Mustafa brand. That's a Mustafa thing.
Without covering his face.
Mustafa's like, I care for you. Sounding like James Blake while niggas going.
The thing is that like Mustafa might have really got over if he was planted by the industry.
Wait.
He could talk. He could text Drake.
Exactly.
Mustafa has a Drake text in him?
Yes. I believe so. He's with James Blake. Like James Blake is his man.
And that means that he has a Drake text in him?
He does.
Yeah, I think he does still. If I had, actually, you know what? Thinking about the politics and stuff, maybe there's
Bro,
some disconnect
I don't think
there.
y'all are understanding what a Drake text is. First of all,
I
understand what a Drake text
Drake
is.
text
He can
is so
message
powerful.
Drake and
Look
Drake
at
will respond.
look at this Bobby Altoff girl, okay? Bobby Altoff clearly has a whole thing going on now. She lost her marriage. She's wearing makeup now. She's trying to be attractive. And
Got kicked out of the South by Southwest party.
Still won't tell us what happened with her and Drake. That's how serious a Drake text.
She got kicked out of his South by Southwest party. Like, for real. Like this week that just Bobby Altoff. She went there because Drake had a party. Drake had a party at South by Southwest because he performed with Bun B and all them Houston niggas.
He did?
Yeah.
At South by South?
Yeah.
Fuck! Because this is the one time we didn't go.
You know, KP said that
we should have went.
No, the person hit us up saying that we have some. If you guys are done, we can get you on some shows right now.
Yeah, we should probably blank this out because I'm really pissed right now. Okay, but anyway, yeah, he had some big show with a bunch of Houston artists and whatever.
This
And
just
there was
happened.
an
But it was like a
after
couple days
party.
ago, isn't it?
Yeah, because this is actually releasing soon. So
Sorry,
yes, we can say this.
Yeah,
for
it's
once.
out. What happened?
So yeah, but yeah, she was at the party for a bit and got kicked off. But
I feel like something happened.
Is it real? Is it real? Kicked out,
Bro, I'm telling you.
Not like the fake one that
She did
Taylor
an interview-
Swift kicked out. Yay!
She did an interview with
that white
Keke
comedian
Palmer.
Oh yes, I saw a
And
clip.
Keke's like, when was the last time you talked to him? She goes like, like a month ago. But like, he's cool. He's a nice person. Obviously, like
Recent
I
times.
own the career. But
Yeah.
Bro.
It's not good.
you can just tell.
I don't want to say it's not good, but something happened.
something happened,
What
and
happened?
I don't know. I don't even know if you had to speculate. Like what could have happened?
Drake piped and ended her marriage.
Yeah, that would be one of the things on the list because
Drake
everything
Pipes
else doesn't make any sense to me.
He just couldn't help
Or
himself.
he
just
saw
piped
the
it one
or the
time.
guy
couldn't
saw the
help
text
himself?
and saw that she was having some kind of conversation with Drake and he didn't like it. Like
Honestly, I've been unfair. I've had Drake piping a lot of things on this podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, stop doing that, man.
I mean, because that is the go-to when Drake is talking to them for such a long period of time.
No, because
and,
apparently when you talk to anybody, you must be piping them.
like girls
Any
tell her. Let's talk about TikTok. Tik.
Yeah.
And they don't quit.
This just came out, and hopefully we can end on another recent development. But so TikTok, they in the States, of course, it's a huge platform here too, to some extent. But the courts,
Teach
or
us.
the Senate or whatever have decided they've ruled in favor of sanctions against TikTok, which will eventually lead to its full banning. You hear that, Naili? Banning? My daughter's addicted to it, so I know we're in Canada, but Canada's following
We'll
suit.
follow suit. That's the type of thing where the day it happens, we're gonna
Hold
follow
on,
up right away.
Wait, no,
But
not,
we didn't-
not
no,
only
no.
follow up right away, but Canada's like, oh, by the way, we've been watching these TikTok niggas. We had this report that we've been working on, so Canada's just waiting, and so they're following Batu for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's this sanction that will eventually, if they do not sell to somebody of American descent or company
Sell it to Ye.
ownership, it will be blocked. Now, there are so many, and I wish I had set up my thing earlier to play this
Or
audio
Tyler
clip.
Perry.
There was 2 clips, right? One was the TikTok president talking and saying that, we're going to fight, and this is obviously a censorship against freedom and this and that. Yo, there is so many aspects of this TikTok thing that I don't even think
We don't have time.
that not only do we not have time for, but
so many.
you might overlook. Because when you think of the government sanctioning TikTok, what do you think they're afraid of? Like, what are the things that you think that they don't like about TikTok besides that it's owned by a foreign agent, which would be Singapore in this case? Everyone thought it was China.
The concern is that nothing is free. So data is very important. TikTok's algorithm is so specific and so unique, and it's protected IP.
Yeah.
That it's tracking your actions and abilities,
Which all of them
through
are,
different sources. And I think their concern is how that data can then get sold to an entity and agency they can't control.
And they
The
can't
offering
control. Yeah, they can't
that the CEO of TikTok came with last year was that all US data for TikTok would be housed by an American company.
See,
So
see
they
the
gave,
middle
so
ground.
they gave that compromise,
They gave
and
that last year, and
they said no.
You see
Why?
And that's the question that we would ask.
Well, the interesting thing is,
Why not?
I mean, you could say a couple whys. I mean,
No,
There's
we
so
could,
many whys.
but-
Jada Kids wouldn't even get to them.
but if you look at how Universal Music got off TikTok, you got to figure, and it's taken a year. So you got to figure there must have been that shot in the dark that said, look, we're not going to let this happen. Who wants their pieces? Universal Music said, okay, we're going to get off.
Yeah, give me this.
And then who's going to get the market share after is Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg gets the market share after because everybody's going to go to Netflix,
Facebook,
Instagram.
At Instagram. So I will say this: there are so many things that the American public are scared of that I don't know which one to pinpoint it on, because on a, surface and topographically speaking, I would say the perception on the Palestine-Israeli war was one of the big things that TikTok helped see another side that otherwise wouldn't have been seen. Even if you look at X, Twitter, the clips that are being posted on there that are showing the other side are from TikTok. So it's an algorithm that they cannot control. Let me tell you something that is so sickening to let me know where Instagram's head is at. There was a post about this food critic, not Keith Lee, another one who's big and really funny, who was talking about black guy. He's really sarcastic and he's really tells it how it is. He ate at Eminem's mom's spaghetti restaurant and he said it was atrocious. It was the worst food he's ever tasted, right? So me, knowing that spaghetti and all of that shit is Italian, I went in the comment section and said, here we go. Honestly, we need to get an older Italian grandpa or somebody's nonna to go and check out this food so that we know if it's actually good or not, because I don't know if he's just being a harsh critic.
Or he don't really fuck with spaghetti.
Instagram blocked my comment and told me that it was removed because I was essentially giving praise to a specific people and they did not like that. So think about it. I'm talking about a specific food that was created by specific people, and Instagram sends me a message saying that my message is removed and put a strike on my account. Now, that's a little situation that doesn't really mean anything. But when you think about their ability to do that and the frequency, and it's funny because before they did that, they did it about something else. Another comment that I did that didn't have any cursing, that wasn't derogatory towards any people.
Did they warn you before you posted?
No. They sent me a thing after, and when I tried to refresh my page, it says, nope, you can't refresh. You can't refresh. And I go and see that strike. So those 2 strikes in a span of like 4 hours. Their ability to ban things
and stop you from seeing things
because and shadow banning because they feel like is actually insane.
Well, that's why Elon Musk bought X.
And but you know what? I don't know where my stance is on it because that's a little bit more. That's still American based. I think he can still be bought, but we'll let the future tell it. But just the fact that algorithm that these American based companies have is scary because something that's based in Singapore or China, whatever, is not going to behave the same way because they don't have the same issues. They don't have the same anything. So when you think about that, they can block, censor, curtail those things. Another thing that someone brought up, this brilliant black woman brought up, was that first of all, there is millions of content creators on TikTok that are making a lot of money. They've left their 9-to-5s.
It's a whole industry.
They literally live and breathe. Like we joked about Soulja Boy making 20 grand in that one day when he finally decided to monetize. And as to why they're canceling. But these people that are doing that for their daily, give us our daily bread.
Bobby was on TikTok. Bobby got famous off TikTok. That's what she got her followers.
Exactly. And what they're also saying, in addition to their inability, for the data breaching and for them able to get information out to not be necessarily censored or curtailed by American government, but then you have TikTok's ability to create sustainable income from people who are so below the poverty line and to make a couple of videos and then to be over here, that is dangerous. Keith Lee, that we've talked about a couple of times, who goes and reviews these nearly dead restaurants that
and revives them
from the dead on some Lazarus shit because he said, yo, this tastes pretty good. The next day, there's 300 people lined up and it changes these establishments' trajectories. That is a scary power to have in the hands of something that is not locally owned and that's not domestically controlled. Like that's insane and scary to them. That's really where, see, people just think, oh, it's just about the information about certain wars or this and that. There's so many facets of it that they are not cool with that in their best interest, it's for them to just say, no, none of y'all niggas can have this shit if no American is owning this. Like y'all gotta come up off this shit or this is just not gonna happen.
Yet you're affecting Americans who
200,000 people live off of TikTok. So there's
So
200,000
that doesn't
people
make
will be
any
losing their
sense.
jobs
It's
or
like
more.
you're trying to keep people employed. You just
care about that
shot
shit.
a bunch of your own people
Yeah.
by
Exactly.
by removing this on top of everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole. It's like when LeBron left Cleveland. It's the same shit, right? LeBron leave Cleveland. They said the Cleveland infrastructure fell.
crumbled.
They said
You laugh, but
but
it's
small
like-
businesses, this, that, everything's
connected.
affected because someone said I'm going to go to South Beach. So the exact same thing. You're going to remove it. Just a little. We can make another social media app that guys,
That we
look
can
what's-
control.
I know
Because that's what it
look
is.
what you guys are doing.
It's about what they can control, and that is not good. And I get, because I was thinking, because when you think of these car companies, right, like Honda or, I'm assuming what they have, like if in your business mind, like do they have, they're owned by Japan or whatever, but do they have like American counterparts that own it here? Like how does that work?
That's what I'm saying. It's just a different business. It's not data.
But they're
It's not
resting on the data
and
because
they do have head offices here and stuff like that.
But they're resting on data because it's an easy point to argue to people who don't understand.
I don't think it's a real problem at all. I don't think it's a real issue.
I know it's
It's
not.
not.
But the argument they're making is data. When I put together a
control,
car
man.
and sell it, I'm selling it domestic. I'm selling it inland.
It's control.
Right.
It's not the same as an app that can necessarily probably even mark you into other apps and stuff like that, which is what Facebook was doing before.
Yo,
Technology stuff is crazy.
it's just funny that they're so against this social media and Facebook and Meta and all these things. They're not saints either. So I just think it's funny that this is the hill.
Yeah,
that
they'd
they're
rather
try-
the devil that they know, though.
Of course, the devil that they know can control, can pay off, can whatever,
Can silence this, can block that, that can-
who's of a certain ethnic,
If we need to go behind,
Jewish, perhaps.
note that as well.
I'm not noting shit, man. This is gonna be raw. Fuck! Yo, I'm trying to fuck.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. But I just think it's interesting. Hopefully, I don't know. It's so new in it that I don't know what I can say
just keep going.
can happen with it right now. Like it's so difficult to tell. I know that there's a certain time period. I don't know if it's 30 days or 60 days or 90, but they have to come to consensus if they're gonna sell or appeal.
So do you know? So if they sell it to an American person, company,
they're American part of it, yes.
then it stays in its functional.
And that I don't know.
'cause
Because
I
I
don't-
think
'cause
when
I
they
think
can get
there's-
access to their algorithm and shit, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And
and then it will fall because if they
Plus,
if,
once the
it will-
algorithm's on American soil, you can steal it. I mean,
you could do anything. You could do anything to it.
So if they change it up, people will stop using it then. The same way as a lot of people stopped using Instagram the same way as it used to because it used to operate way better.
The algorithm changes so often that
And they always try to fix it or try to
fix.
find another way to still please us, but
Yeah.
do what they want to do.
Exactly.
The same thing will happen to TikTok. There's gonna have to be another company, another social media app that creates out of that to give that. But I don't know. I mean, people are gonna try to what? More people are gonna make more YouTube shorts. What people are gonna?
Well, that's the
go
whole
back
plan. All those things are counters.
Go back to
Instagram Reels, YouTube
Yeah,
Shorts.
exactly. They've been all battling TikTok
all
for the
counters.
last.
It's
for
just,
the last
it won't be
while.
the same, bro.
No, obviously TikTok had market share for a reason.
Yeah.
Look, the United States,
Musically,
we're getting into a period of time now where the United States is going to realize it isn't, like, it's the biggest game in town, but the other
is.
games are getting real big.
They're getting big
Because-
and they're getting bold.
What's happening is that the dictatorships
Yeah.
have entered capitalism. That makes it a problem. So whereas we here, hey, I want to build a bridge. I got to vote with you, got to lobby you, got to talk to you, got to make sure you still like it 8 years from now, got to make sure
You're cool in 10 years.
Saudi Arabia, we're going to build a bridge. No problem.
So then
It's happening. It's starting today. We're breaking the bridge.
Dubai,
today.
hey, we want to build a tower. No problem.
so
It's
isn't
starting today.
So isn't that why the new the president that looks like it will happen? It wants to do that with the country
Now, this is the thing.
because ain't that what he want to do?
We don't even have time.
I know, but
Okay.
we're gonna get.
But
it.
We
that-
don't even
he
have
just
time. right
started
now.
to-
But as we get closer, because there's some very scary rhetoric
he likes
Yes.
those people.
coming south of the border. I'm not even him. The way people are talking about Vladimir Putin and he's a strong leader with good memory. Like the man is not a murderer.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
they say, what about Hillary? I said, no. About Hillary, you can find some Google articles that are ironic and we
Yes.
can debate.
Yeah,
Vladimir Putin
unequivocally.
is
It's
a
in-
murderer.
it's
bar
in-
none.
it's
He's
in
a
your
murderer.
No matter which way you try to say he's a nice
But
president,
people
because
are,
and a
people are starting
propagandist.
to look at it differently,
Bro,
in
which is
a little bit.
terrifying.
I know.
You know the last time they see, and if I talk now, people say I'm crazy.
Yeah.
You know the last psychotic. Let me think. Is there a historical precedent for the last time a psychotic but charismatic leader was able to get a group of people?
Hitler.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I can skipping my mind. I don't know who it is.
Can't quite place it.
Can't place it.
Now, in Hitler's instance, he blamed World War I.
Yes.
And the loss of World War I on a set of people.
A set of people.
Yeah.
In Donald Trump's case, he seems to be blaming his loss of the first election on a set of people.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Surely. Surely they wouldn't do that. It's impossible.
I'll tell you this.
I see him cleaning spots up.
Oh, bruv, let me tell you something.
He's cleaning spots
He's not
up.
going to, because I'll tell you this right now. I saw Joe.
He's cleaning spots
Joe
up.
Biden gave a State of the Union address 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was, bro, they were 15 minutes late, and I know it's because they were shooting them full of morphine and Novocaine.
Yes.
Giving him absolutely everything he can. So
Novocaine.
Joe, I pray God, come on, Joe.
Yes.
He gave it absolutely everything he had.
Yes.
Joe Biden is dead. If you watch it, there are parts where he's actually short-circuiting. Why don't you join me, Mr. President? I was like, oh, God, no, Joe, someone get him off stage.
Yo, stop wasting your time going to all these black families and hanging out with the kids, man. There's
And
a lot
eating
of shit
fried
going.
chicken.
Like, and eating,
Oh,
like,
no, bro.
This gotta stop.
Let me tell you what's scary.
This gotta stop.
Bro, let me tell you what's scary.
That's scary. So I
Alex
don't know
Garland,
what's-
Alex
this
Garland is
gotta
coming
stop.
out with a movie called Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to watch it.
I know, I
want to
know.
see
Wait,
my
it's not
people.
out yet.
No, it's coming.
No, it's
I know, but
coming.
It was on South by.
Oh, all right.
But if you look at the numbers,
Yeah.
New York, for example, New York has been Democratic the entire time. Did you hear Donald? Donald says I'm going to go campaign in New York. He thinks he could win New York, bro.
What if
I
he
mean,
does?
that's his town. That's his niggas, right?
If
Trump
Donald
Tower
Trump
still
wins New York,
Then over.
he
Then
wins
closes
the
it.
United States
It's
of America
yeah.
in a landslide.
Oh, no.
In
Just
a
know that.
landslide. It would be the biggest win probably. It would be the biggest win ever.
Yes.
Because he would win all his Republican states and then he would flip
and
New
then
York.
he'd flip, yes.
That's almost as big as him flipping California.
Yes.
It's flipping a country worth of people.
It is.
I
1,000%.
saw a lot of bobbleheads of Trump
No, fam,
more
yeah,
often
bro.
in New York last
Bro,
week.
we're in trouble, eh?
They're
Because here's
out
the
of
thing.
it, yeah.
I'm not saying what we can't ignore is that the Donald Trump presidency ignites a part of America that is very angry.
And they're waiting. They want
And
to.
like, I'm not saying it's all of them.
No.
Because that's rude.
No, it's
Hillary
rude.
Clinton said that.
Yes.
The same way I can't say all hip hop is this, all people are.
But we saw January 6th.
I do
We
acknowledge
know who's out there.
There is a segment,
Subsection of people.
a subsection of
Yes.
these supporters
Boiling
that
up.
are not being policed.
Correct.
Like there's not like
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Do you know what I want to
yeah,
see? Which we're just not seeing. Do you remember when John McCain?
Yes.
John McCain running against Barack Obama, and a woman says, "I'm scared of Barack," and John McCain grabs the mic. No, come on. You don't have to be scared of him. I talked to him. He's a good American man. He just happens to be someone with whom I disagree.
Yes, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
And the woman
What's
said, "I'm
wrong with-
scared of him."
what's wrong with
no,
that?
No, and bro, come here.
See that?
No.
Let me
Man,
tell you
he's
something.
a good American.
Yes.
He's but him and I disagree.
We just disagree.
That's such an
That's
old way of
okay.
doing politics,
We're-
by the way.
but
Donald will not do that.
no,
bro.
hell fucking no.
Fuck no.
And bro, that's a problem.
You know what he would say? Yeah, I'm scared too.
I agree, man. Let's get this
I'm
guy out of here.
scared. I'm
Let's
scared
get-
too.
Matter of fact, let's kill
That's
him,
why
yo.
I'm here.
That's why I'm here for us.
I'm scared too.
He's
yeah.
He's a
Put your
terrible.
chest-
He's
put
a
your-
terrible guy.
He's a terrible guy.
Joe,
I mean,
Sleepy Joe.
he's a terrible guy.
He isn't good.
You know, I used to like him back in the day, but now, no, he's dangerous.
Doesn't have your best interest.
Bro.
Vote for me.
It is terrifying. Terrifying.
It is. But I will
Saw
say
a lot
this.
of bubbleheads, boy.
Well, for sure. But one thing that isn't terrifying is that, to end it off, that they might free our nigga Vybz Kartel. Come on, man. Come on. Let's fucking go.
In the summertime.
But
Let's also not make light of the fact a man died, bro.
No, I know. But here's my thing. But the thing about the Vybz Kartel situation is he's been in jail since 2011.
Yeah, get
right?
him out, man. Y'all let
And
worse
he
out.
did not physically murder somebody.
Yes,
so
sorry.
does he need to be in jail for
Yeah.
that long?
No, Trivelle.
Did you need to keep Al Capone in jail that long? Did you need to?
No.
But he was owning a crime syndicate and they proved it.
He was
And they
selling alcohol.
kept doing.
Oh wait, yeah, fuck no, we drink. So
Capone was selling
I'm cool.
alcohol.
I'm cool
Yeah,
with
he
him.
should-
I'm
what
cool with
about,
that nigga.
What about John Gotti? You think John Gotti needs to be behind bars for so long? John Gotti ain't really do nothing. John Gotti ain't
5
hurt
years
nobody.
max. Anyway, my
We've
point is
seen
this.
niggas out.
But
do
also,
worse.
he's not free. But what it is that they've the
overturned
UK
the
courts,
verdict, I think.
the UK court said no, we good.
Here we go.
His appeal is valid. go back to the Jamaican courts and see what them niggas say, which is the ones that put him in this predicament to start with. So I don't know if he's out of the woods, but I mean,
it's better than it was yesterday.
For him to see a possibility, is a good thing, and I understand. You know, we talk about
I love his music, but man, murder,
So
potentially,
you know how many murderers are out there deciding the laws for us?
Okay,
and
you know what?
All right,
and we'll do 60 seconds. We'll do 60 seconds on that because that is a very good point.
I'm thinking this,
ladies and gentlemen. You might want to sit down for 65. EverythingOShauN, each of you plug your things. OShauN, you got a record out right now. Talk about it a little bit.
No, new record out right now. Big Bada Boom. Big Bada Boom. Big Bada Boom.
Yeah,
featuring the beautiful Aza. It's a
Yeah.
vibe. It's a summertime. You know what I'm saying? Put it on and have a good time. Wear some nice. It smells good.
Yeah.
It feels good. Stream that right now. Big Bada Boom.
Triple B's,
We're not
three bones.
you heard it? You heard it yet? Or you been,
I was sick.
No, we'll play it. We'll play it. We'll play it.
Wait, we can play it in the whole thing?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, we could.
It
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
be a record that is commercially
check it
available.
out and support us, man. Share it. Do all that good
Yeah.
stuff, man. Seriously, for real, share it.
No, for sure.
And tag us.
Trivelle, what you got going on? You got your film, which you haven't given me the files for.
I know, he's a
Everyone heard
liar.
You say that
He's a liar. You lie a lot to us. We'll be honest. You're gonna send us the link.
A lot is crazy.
We're gonna link.
Oh, link.
All that kind of stuff, man. He be forgetting. He won't let me play that video game. There's a lot of, I got
Video
three
game.
things.
Oh yes, the one video game.
The fucking simulator, goddammit.
Yes. No, we had a bunch of other stuff. We're gonna talk about the Omole thing later because I feel like we need to
Really?
talk about that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. What time do we have?
Can we speed
5
rush
minutes,
it? Because
5 minutes.
I really want to know how he thinks.
5 minutes. Okay. Omole, ladies and gentlemen.
You
Great Afrobeats artist.
sick with it.
He has this show. I think it's in the UK. He has a beautiful black lady and this beautiful gentleman who are front row. He says, this part of the show, we're going to bring somebody up on stage so they can,
He does this though.
Yes, and
This
it is
is not
something.
a-
This is part of his stage
Yes.
fodder. This isn't like something he just saw because he saw a baddie.
Yeah, no.
So he says, "Who wants to come up with some Malay and let us get so and do this." And of course, there's this girl who's screaming, "Yeah, you pick me and do one." So
They're in the front.
and they're in the front row. He picks this young lady. She is with someone who we assume to be.
Which Omar's not gonna know because security goes and gets it.
No, but we'll even get to that part
we'll get
because
to
that part is hard to know
Omar
from when you're on
Omar said
stage.
he asked her.
Yes.
And that's what I was gonna say.
He asked
So
her.
he brings this woman on stage,
These
and the
bitches.
first thing he says, "OShauN," is what?
Do you have a man?
Yeah.
Right?
I need to
Did
know
you come here
Are you
with someone? Actually, did you come
come
here
here
with
with someone?
That's a very Nigerian thing to say. That's how I know
Did
it's
you
real.
come here with someone?
Yes.
Did you come here
That
with
is very
someone?
Nigerian. Yes. Did you come with someone?
And what she say?
She said she came alone.
Nobody.
Not even
Solo.
I came alone.
Yeah.
Bro,
Not with your girls.
Not even the gal them.
She
Not
can't
with your
even- yeah.
man.
me alone. Matter
There
of
is
fact,
nobody who is going to be looking at me crazy in the crowd.
I can
Just
go wherever you want to
contextually
go.
speaking.
I'm with it.
I'm with
essentially.
I'm
it.
with the shit.
And as an ex-artist, as an artist now, as a guy who used to watch performances, this is not an uncommon thing to do at a
It
show.
is not.
Trey Songz used to do this with the time
Fuck
top of the
Trey
show
Songz.
with two girls.
Chris Brown,
Sorry.
Drake did
We're
it.
going to edit that one up.
Y'all was at a show one time. I brought a girl up on stage. We did a little dance number.
Yeah.
This is not an uncommon thing to do in a
not
show,
uncommon,
depending on the record or the riff.
Yes.
It's part of the thematic performance.
Yes. And then what happens?
A curtain drops.
The
The curtain drops, so we only see shadows now.
Only the shadows.
We don't see people. We just see.
Yo, if I'm the guy in the crowd, I'm sick when the curtain drops because I know what's gonna happen.
You're
Oh,
sick
you think?
then?
Oh, from that.
Wait, that's
Yo,
when you're sick?
If
the
you're
curtain
sick from
drop?
then, you should have left from then. To be honest with you, if that's what got you feeling queasy, you should have hit.
Not because I think I know my girl.
No, you know what's sick? Is her excitement of wanting to go up there. That's what made me
No,
sick.
it's her favorite artist.
No.
Yeah, let's say it's her favorite artist because we don't know.
Actually, I'll say this. Me. Security comes and then she realizes and remembers that I'm in love with her, and she goes, "No, I'm sorry, I can't." Then I'm okay.
What if she kissed me and then go to the stage? I fuck with that.
What topic is?
Like, oh my God, it's me, baby. I'll be right back.
Did she just kiss
Gave
me on
him
the
a
cheek?
certain-
On my lip.
Gave
Like
him
a
assurance.
what or a? It matters.
Let's just say a good kiss on the lip, but not like we weren't tonguing each other. Just
not tongue, but a good kiss on the lips.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to do what Omar and
No. We don't know yet what's going to happen, but just the fact
so I get
that
a kiss on the lips and she goes up?
Yeah.
You're cool. I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me too.
So she gave him blessed assurance.
When the curtain comes down,
you get nervous.
And I'll tell you why. Because how come she didn't say she can't have the curtain go down? How come? Why did?
No. What she should say?
No. Like I'm not worried. Like, did she not know what they wanted to? Did she know about the curtains?
I feel like
I'll be asking people. Excuse me. Did she know about the curtains?
Yeah, did she know? Yeah, what's going on, boss man? What's in there do now?
Should I go around the back? Is that where I wait for her?
Yeah, should I go so I can see? And
she go say, "I'll be lady."
The moment she hits 90 degrees, I'm leaving the concert, bro. I swear down.
I know because he stayed there for. But you know what? But you see, in my mind,
what? I'm judging
when these embarrassing things happen.
What?
Sometimes you have to stand on business and just like
stand on business for
and stand and sit through it.
Watch my girl get sorted out.
No.
You're the type of man who would watch your girl get sorted out?
No, but I'm saying if he's trying to be a contrarian and try to like be progressive and not
just say
lose his marbles, maybe he's like, yo, maybe let me just stay here because I know this is embarrassing, but let me
watch my girl get sorted.
And apparently, how long did they date?
A year. But you know what?
I thought it was less. And she eviscerated man.
Yeah, like a little bit under a year.
I want to know. What I want to know.
But why couldn't he just at least go in a different position? Like, why do you have to stay right there? Like, I would have left, but can he go somewhere?
What I want to know is, was Omale the guy? Because you know how like boyfriend and girlfriend will say like they're one person, they're one celebrity that they would like do something with.
Omale was not the hall pass. He would have said that when he went on a press tour after talking about his heartbreak.
Which, by the way, his press tour, he went his trajectory went up. He got paid.
Yo,
he got sympathy.
This is the best thing that could happen to him.
Sorry, he got women. He got a whole bunch.
No, but this insensitive woman trying to counter press tour is nuts.
It's stupid.
But she had to.
But
why?
Because she can't let
nobody knows who you are. Take your L. Get out of here.
I know. That's men.
Now I know who you are.
Yes.
I just don't. I just.
What did she say? Because I didn't watch.
I didn't watch.
He was quite miserable before the concert. Nonsense.
Oh, okay. He's quite miserable.
Oh, she said that.
Yeah, said he was sad. And
so you did this on purpose. Wait.
He's sad. Let me cheer you up.
So she's sad. Let me show you.
She tried to go alone. He gotta force himself to come.
Oh no! Let me tell you something.
Rule number one. Whoa!
Never force yourself anywhere.
Wait. She wanted to go to the concert herself, and he's like, "No, I'm coming with you."
He's like, "Oh, I got a ticket or something."
Nah, I'm staying home.
So she wait. This changes something for me.
It
does change.
She wanted to go to the show by herself.
I think it's like a situation. I remember I didn't really clock it too tough. I more watched guys fried chicken commercial or whatever.
If she wanted,
her energy was more like, "Yo, I'm going to Oma
by herself.
I'm going to Oma. Oh, word." Then like it's like the day she's going, she's like, "Yo, I got a ticket. I'm coming with you."
Oh man!
Like I got a ticket last minute because I think Omale would have been sold out in the UK.
Yeah.
She's like last minute, "Yo, I got a ticket. I can come."
If your
my man told me up I got a lawn ticket. Let's rock.
If your girl says she's going to the show, not we going to the show, or do you want to come to the show with me?
No, I'm not going.
If she says I'm going to the show,
not going.
Give me a free ticket or not. I'm not going.
No, sir.
And if I do go because I fucking love that artist so much, I'm not going with you.
I'm going with the dog then.
I'm going with the man
I'll
then.
holler at you after.
Yeah, we seen it. I'm not standing with you at the front. I know what it is to get in the front of those shows. You gotta run. You gotta try to get there early. You gotta like as soon as they open up.
So many different
First of all, there's no artist on the face of the planet where I'm gonna look like that for.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be sitting down. Yeah, I need my box with my
I'm only doing it with, can I get an encore? Do you want more?
Actually,
cooking roll with the book?
Wait, you're not gonna do what?
I would never. I'm not gonna mosh pit for any artist.
I'm only doing that for Jay-Z.
No, front row mosh pit.
Be in the front.
I'm not gonna do that for any art. There's no artist where I'm gonna be saying, bro, I did it one time for ASAP Rocky and Vince Staples. I saw what was going on there. I said, I don't belong here with these people.
And shut up, Vince.
It means more to these people than it does to me.
I want to. Okay, you know what?
On the real, because I'm here for the music.
I want to be.
This guy's here because he needs this, bro.
Yeah.
I might want to be very, 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 very close to when Sade's performing.
Smooth. No, but if it's Sade, okay.
Like I don't want to be so far away. I don't care if it's about. I want to see her close.
I would pay stupid money for like an intimate 1,000-seat venue Sade one night only performance.
Can you do me a favor?
If she's at like the Air Canada Center, 20,000.
Wait, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor?
That's the closing point. Yes.
Can you do me a favor? If Sade comes and you're going to the show, can you?
No, we're doing the Sade one.
Like if she's at Downforth Music Hall,
bro.
We're doing the Sade one.
Don't leave me, bro.
Or if she's at Axis,
don't leave,
bro. Don't leave me, yo. Real shit. Pause, but don't.
I be trying to go to more like local music events.
Oh, so all the locals except me. Got it.
I said that so you could like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
plug your next show. This nigga's not.
You might want to sit down for
I'm
this.
performing at
No, it's too late. Nobody cares.
No, they care. Go ahead. Quickly, because we shutting it.
We're going to Juno Fest. You going to come? Halifax.
March 24th. 28th.
No,
24th to 28th.
No, not the 28th.
No,
like,
I think you have
23 to 25. I think it's like 23 to 25. 22 to 25. Some shit like that.
I'm free.
All right, we'll see you there. See you there, nigga.
I love Halifax.
Okay.
People keep saying come and eat lobster and crab. It's like the big
Is
thing.
that close to the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, no,
That's
we
what.
there.
That's
No,
the
we
big
there.
thing. Marcel was like,
Listen, wait, is it close to the water? Yo.
I didn't pay attention.
Scotians can't bring niggas
yo,
nowhere.
Scotians.
Ladies and gentlemen, 65. We here. We live. Let's go. Hi there. I hope you enjoyed our latest episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for This. Now, I know sometimes you're sitting at home listening through your little headphones, or in your car listening on your speakers, or you're at work listening on your phone, or you're watching on the computer screen instead of, paying attention and doing the invoices. But if there's ever an opportunity where you're like, man, I wish they would talk about X, or I wish they would speak more about Y, or perhaps Z, or Z, for the Canadians listening. What you can do is send us an email at sitdown4this@gmail.com with any specific topic, a question, anything that you want these three knuckleheads to dive into. It would be my honor and privilege to serve you. Thank you for lending your ears, your eyes, and most importantly, your heart. Because I can see it. And it's terrible. You're a terrible person. Just go. Turn this off. Why are you...
This concludes our broadcast.